Hey guys, and welcome to another one of my videos. So I actually wanted to share with you guys my book haul for April. So I went ahead and started buying a few books, even though I'm trying to check out books from the library more often now. And the first book that I bought was A Darker Shade of Magic. I actually have the trilogy already. I have it in the regular edition. Two of them are signed, which is really cool. And I just really wanted this one because it's a special edition and it's really cool, and I'll show you guys why it's really cool. But I haven't even read the series yet. I'm just hoping that I'll love it enough that it'll be worth having gotten this special edition. So I think the other books are kind of like this. I can't remember, but the cool thing about this special edition is the cover. And the cover has art on the inside. Now I don't know if they did like the full trilogy in this edition. I hope they did, or they do, because I kind of want it. But I don't normally have more than one edition of a series. I don't collect different book editions. It would just take up way too much space on my bookshelves. And I try to keep only the series that I really, really want to read, or that I've read and I really love. Like, I have to have loved it a lot to keep it. Anyway, so I really like this edition. It's a lot smaller than the other one, which I also really like. I like the size of this book. So I liked everything about this book, and I hope they have the other ones. It's probably the only series I would get the other ones of, because I already started a new edition. And then I went on a little J. Kristoff buying binge. And hold on. Hey guys, so sorry. I had to go grab the two of the books that I forgot to bring to show. So like I said, I went on a J. Kristoff little buying spree thing. And the first ones I bought were the Nevernight series. So I bought the first one and the second one. I think the third one's coming out. I really hope this isn't a huge series. I hope it's like a trilogy or a 4-book series. I don't like series that are longer than that. But this was the first edition signed one, and I thought that was really cool. So I got this one, and I love the cover of it. I think it's so cool. And then I also got the first edition signed copy of God's Grave by J. Kristoff. So I'm really excited to get to these. I've heard only amazing things about that series, and I really want to read them. But I have so many series that I need to read first. And then while I was buying those, I came across a different series he has, so I decided to get it. And it's The Lotus War. So this is book 2. I also ordered book 1, but it hasn't been delivered yet. But yeah, I think the cover is amazing on these books. I mean, he does such an amazing job on the covers. And then this is book 3. And so I'm just missing book 1. It hasn't arrived yet. I haven't heard anything about this series, so I don't even know much about it. But I'm hoping it's good. And then I also bought the Gemini book and the Obsidia book in hardcover, because I have them in paperback, but my Illuminae one is in hardcover and I wanted them to match, so I bought these as well. And that was my little mini J. Kristoff buying spree. And then I bought a book that's been talked about a lot lately everywhere, and that is Children of Blood and Bone. So I was gonna wait and check it out from the library and see if they had it. Our library is kind of small, so I don't think they carry a lot of books, but they might have carried this one because they carry Bells. But I decided to buy it. It wasn't that expensive. It was like $12, I think. So I just decided to get it. And I've heard only good things about it, so I'm really excited. And look at those end pages. That's so beautiful. And then the cover itself is just gorgeous. So I'm really excited to read this book. I am a person, though, that likes to wait until the second or third book are out before I start a series, because I don't like rereading them. And I hate waiting, because by the time you get the second or third book, you've forgotten a lot about the first one. And in a previous video, I mentioned that I always finish series. There's never one that I don't finish. I always try to finish them. And I realized that there's 2 series that I never actually finished. 2 or 3? No, 2. Only 2. And that is the Pitaka's Lord lore. I Am 4 series, and I love that series. It's one of my favorite series ever. But I had to wait for I think it was book 8, 9, and 10. But by the time I waited for 8, I forgot all about it. And then 9 and 10 came out, and I didn't even I forgot. And now I would have to do like a recap of all the books that I loved so much before I can read the last 3. I actually bought them just so that I have them so I can get to that series eventually. I honestly, I don't like long series. I like short ones that are like trilogies or duologies or even 4 books. That's like the best for me, like the cutting point. But in this series, I gotta admit, I actually really enjoyed it enough that I don't mind that it went off. And they have a spin-off coming out. So I'm really excited about that series. I remember reading each book, and it took me about 1 to 2 days for each book. That, for me, is pretty amazing. That means I really loved the book. I remember enjoying it so much. So I know that's a series I can read pretty fast. But because I have so many others that I've started getting into now, I just can't get into that one right now. I'll probably get to it eventually. I do want to finish it though. I love that series and the characters so much. And the other series that I never actually finished was a Mary Lou one, and it was the Champion one, and I never read the last book. And I have it, I just never got around to reading it. I forget why I ended up waiting so long to get the 3rd book. You know what? There's a 3rd series as well. It's called Frozen. It's not that popular. I think it's called Frozen. Or one of the books is called Frozen. I actually enjoyed the first book. It was decent. I got it for like $1, and I was really excited when I got it and read it. But I did enjoy the series enough that I did want to continue it. And I remember buying the 2nd and 3rd book, but I haven't read them yet. So I need to get to that. So yeah, those are others that I need to finish up. But I do plan on finishing them. I'm not going to stop and not finish them. So anyways, I went off on a different tangent right now. But right now I'm actually listening to my first ever audiobook. I've been listening to it for 2 months now. On and off. It's hard for me to get into audiobooks. I think it's easier for me to either read along with them or read the book myself. But just listening to it, it's a little bit difficult. The first part of that audiobook was really easy to get into and listen to and enjoy, but now I feel like it's kind of dragging on. It's like a series of adventures a wannabe knight has, and I like the first part where he becomes a knight, and that's a spoiler, sorry. It's a George R.R. Martin book, and it takes place 200 years before Game of Thrones. I haven't read Game of Thrones, but I have watched the series and I really, really love it. So anyways, I found out they had the graphic novels of that novel that I'm listening to on audiobooks. So I was super happy and I picked them up. I think it'll be easier for me to read them in this format. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what the images look like. I haven't even looked at them yet because I have a specific image in my mind, but I want to see if it kind of matches. So I'm really excited to dive right into these, especially with the first part of the audiobook. I really enjoyed it. And I love the voice of the person that's doing the audiobook. I forget who it is, but they're doing an amazing job. So I'm really enjoying it. I can't say I'm not. It's just that it kind of got to a point where it was kind of dragging on a bit, and I was just kind of So I'm hoping to finish that eventually. Anyways, and then I got some signed books, and I'm going to get into those right now. So the first one is a continuation of Carve the Mark, and that is The Fates Divide. It was a signed edition. It was at Costco. It was really cheap, and I was really excited because I have the first book. So I have not read the first one, so I can't get to this one yet, but I'm really excited. And I didn't even look at it to see if it's oh my gosh, the cover of it is really beautiful. I didn't even see that, and the color is so nice. And it is signed, so that is really cool. I love having signed books. It makes it kind of special. And then the other one I got was a signed edition of The Fifth Wave. I bought this online actually. It was pretty cheap. It was I want to say $12. And I really loved the first and second book, and I thought that it was amazing. I decided that maybe I should give Rick Yancey a few more tries because I really loved the first and second one. But I was super disappointed in the third book. I how it ended. I didn't like that at all. But because I love the first and second book so much, I decided to keep my collection of the trilogy, and I'm gonna replace the first one with the signed copy because I think that's kind of cool. And then the other book that I bought that was signed is this Jackie Chan book, and this was kind of expensive. It was like $20. I really love Jackie Chan. I love his movies, and I even love like the older movies that he did in China. And so I'm really excited to read this book. He's such a funny, like cool actor, and I'm just really excited. And it was autographed, so I thought that was really cool. It's like a signed book plate, and let me put that aside. So it's a signed book plate, and I thought that was really cool, and I love it. And then, like, I guess the owner before left their notes in here, but they were taking notes on like Jackie Chan movies that he's been in and everything. So I thought that was kind of cool. So they left the notes in there anyways. But yeah, it's a little bit old. It's an old book, but I'm really excited about it. And then the last book that I got was actually a pre-order book, and the author on Instagram said you would get a few cool things with it. So plus one of her older books. And so I was really excited about her new release book anyways. So on top of that, to get like a little bit of swag from her, I think is really sweet and really nice. And that book is The Final Six by Alexandra Monir. I hope I said that right. But I'm really excited to read this book. So excited. I can't wait. And it's definitely my type of book. And then she gave us a signed book plate, which I already put in the book, and I think that's so cool. And then we got a second book as well, and we got like a little letter saying thank you, which is really nice. And then I picked this one, Timeless. I just thought it looked beautiful and sounded really interesting. And it's really cool because she sent an extra signed book plate that you can put in the second book, which I think is super nice. And then the last thing she sent was a bookmark for The Final Six, which I don't have with me right now, but I thought that was really nice. And I love when authors go out of their way to do something that nice. And I also pre-ordered Atlas Fallen. I guess you were going to get something from the author for that one as well. But I also got the box, which comes with a signed book in it with book swag, and I'm really excited about that box. Anyways, that's it for my haul. I know this video was kind of long. I'm so sorry. I went off talking about other things. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more. Bye. Hey guys, so I had to add this in because I didn't notice. But remember how I said she gave us an extra book plate and everything? She actually dedicated the book to me. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, she went far and beyond. Oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. That is so sweet. I didn't even notice that. But look, she dedicated it to me. That's so nice. So I just have the extra book plate in case of like the series is like a series. I'm not sure if it is or not, but that is so cool. I have to share this with you guys real quick. That is so awesome. Anyways, okay, thanks for watching.